There are primarily three sexes by which a baby is born. Most of us happen to born with a being biological male or biological female. Some of us could be intersex child as well, and there are over 40 conditioning in which intersex child is assigned. By sex we could be male, female or intersex, but it's just about your body. As a gay man born in Mumbai, studied in Gujarati medium school till my 10th grade, wherein conversation on homosexuality, being queer was considered as taboo. Here I am talking about it, makes a huge difference. Go and hear the conversation which are happening at Sutta breaks. Over there, just the way a straight man can talk about his wife or his girlfriend, can I talk about my partner as well? Just the way you would be talking about your children, I don't have children right now, but can I talk about that I also plan to adopt a baby kid one day and would love to have a brighter future for her someday. If I am given those opportunities, that space without being laughed upon, then your diversity, equity, inclusion conversations are really coming to on ground. Let's talk about LGBT. How many of you know about what does LGBT stands for? What is L? G? B? T? Alright, how many of this LGBT stands for gender identity and how many of them are sexual orientation? Yes? Wonderful, we have one person, great. So, when a baby is born, there are primarily three sexes by which a baby is born. Most of us happen to born with a being biological male or biological female. Some of us could be intersex child as well, and there are over 40 conditioning in which intersex child is assigned. By sex we could be male, female or intersex, but it's just about your body. As we grow up, society tells us that you are a boy, you are a girl, you need to act in a certain way. If you are a girl, you need to act in a certain way. You are given certain set of clothes, certain toys to play with. A society is constantly telling us what our gender identity is, right? If we agree or feel comfortable with the gender identity society is telling us around, then we become a cisgender respective person, right? Cisgender male or cisgender female. Like, I was born as male, I also consider myself to be male, and that's why I'm a cisgender male. If you're born as a female, you consider yourself to be a female, then you are a cisgender female. So that is gender. Sex, gender. Then we talk about किसको देख के आपका दिल धड़क धड़क करता है, and that is about sexual orientation. And it is not just about sexual orientation. It's also about with whom you want to spend your whole life with whom you want to find companionship, with whom you find that this is the person with whom I want to spend rest of my life, and what is the gender of that person. That's about sexual orientation. So being gay or being bisexual or being lesbian is about sexual orientation. I'm sure that most of you will in this room would be aware of this, but still I just wanted to make some ground clarity before we go ahead with the conversation ahead. Now, when we talk about diversity, equity, inclusion from LGBT perspective, here I'm not going to use the language of, oh, we bichara people have been discriminated, please accept us. I'm not going to talk about with the language of philanthropy or approach to your kinder, gentle, humane heart, which of course it should be. But I'm purely going to talk about from an ROI perspective, that why you as a business, if you are a business who is conscious about making profit, should talk about diversity, equity, inclusion. So here is the World Bank report in 2016, which says that around 1.7% of our GDP, India's GDP, is lost because our companies are not talking about DEI enough. Now, how many of you would like to tap on that losing dollars? If you, then you talk about diversity, equity, inclusion. Why should we talk about diversity, equity? I'll make three primary cases, again from ROI